Alright, okay, alright.
What's up, guys? It's the Greater Podcast, episode 6. Welcome back. We got the team here. It's Mo Legend here. We got
Gabe, you know what I'm saying, the blue guy.
All I do is think of you. Yeah. I don't know the rest of the words. What's good? It's your boy Sam.
Did you do that song?
He stinks so badly. Hey guys, it's your girl Kimberly P. Welcome back to my channel, KP Sparks. Some days I want to wear my ponytail, some days I don't want to wear my ponytail, but today I wanted to wear the ponytail. Yeah, I can be extra. Let me be extra today. Today I'm coming to you guys to share my favorite podcasts in addition to my favorite YouTube channels. I have a long journey to work. So during that car ride, I do listen to a lot of podcasts, and during the time that I'm not watching Netflix, I'm not watching The Flash, or I'm not watching This Is Us, or I'm not watching Blackish, because those are 3 shows that I keep up with on a weekly basis. I watch a lot of YouTube, and that's the reason why I have a YouTube channel, because I watch so much YouTube and I wanted to add to that community. I'm literally gonna go through my phone and I'm gonna go down the list. You guys kind of heard a preview of one of my podcasts I've been listening to lately in the intro, but I'm gonna go down the list of podcasts that I listen to and share with you all what they're about and what I like the most about them. If you ready, then rock steady. About to get into these podcasts. So I'm not putting this in any particular order. I'm literally just going through my phone. So the first podcast that I do listen to on a weekly basis is How I Built This by Guy Raz, I believe that's how you say his name. And it's by NPR. So How I Built This solely represents people's stories and how they built big names, from Starbucks to Chuck E. Cheese to Ben and Jerry's to Instagram. They highlight the business owners of those businesses, and they basically share their stories on those podcasts. I don't think this is my favorite, but an interesting podcast by them would have to be one that came out last year, well this year in January, and it was the story of how Zumba was created, and it was basically sharing how the guy didn't even speak English, but he tried out for like this, I haven't listened to it in a while, but this like dance competition, not a dance competition, but a way to represent Zumba, and he didn't know English, so he learned English really quickly so he could get that position. Don't quote me on the story, but I remember it was like homie didn't speak English, but he did what he had to do to get where he needed to be. So they really highlight really encouraging stories. You have Honesty, you have Zappos, you have Kate Spade, you have Lyft, you have Crate and Barrel, you have Chuck E. Cheese, 5 Hour Energy, Power Rangers, Instacart, Instagram, Lady Gaga's Story, and Adam Factory, Whole Foods, Tom's, Five Guys, Carol Daughters, We Work, Spanx, Rolling Stones, and that's just some of them. But if you're an entrepreneur and you see yourself owning your own business, I would definitely charge you to listen to this podcast, because I don't see myself working 9 to 5 all my life. I don't see that. So I listen to this podcast and it just shows me that you can start from the bottom to the top. Man, you can literally start with just an idea. The next podcast on my list is The Bible Project. So I recently subscribed to The Bible Project on the podcast app on my phone, but I actually subscribed to them on YouTube, and The Bible Project basically breaks down stories in the Bible. And the whole reason why I'm making this video is because I made a snap and so many people love The Bible Project. I found out about it because one day I had questions about the Bible, and I, wanted to see if I was going to watch like kid cartoons so I can get an understanding about what was going on in the Bible, because some things are kind of hard to understand if you don't have a visual representation in front of you. So I went on YouTube and I searched like story of, for example, Mark, or story of Isaiah, anything, and the Bible Project came up, and I'll insert a clip here. It really breaks down the Bible. It draws out what happened. It emphasizes key points in the Bible, and really brings things together full picture. What are the main points? What are the things that you need to learn from this book? What are the things that you will definitely get from this book? One thing I emphasize on my Insta story is that if you are really visual, this will just be the key to bring things together when you are reading the Bible. So you, in addition to reading your physical Bible, you can watch the Bible Project or listen to the Bible Project on its podcast and get a good understanding, so you're not just reading the word and it's like, what was it? What does that mean? The Boundless Show. The Boundless Show is another great podcast that I got tipped to because of my homegirl Naz. So the Boundless Show, they're saved and they talk about interesting topics that, you know, people around my age, I'm 24, would want to know answers about. And so examples of topics they cover is fighting anxiety, how to reach your friends, is TV tripping. It's so crazy because I made a video about should I watch this, and you can find it in the cards. They actually covered that topic in a podcast. They covered spouse selection, dating insecurities, how to clear your calendar, grieving, suicide, and loss. They really go into topics. So they start off with a roundtable discussion, and later on they bring in some type of pastor or some type of person that has skill in that area to break down the topic and really give factual information and biblical information that would help a listener if they're going through suicidal thoughts, if they're going through dating insecurities. They even talk about adulting, or like, is it the time to date? And these are, you know, things that I, you know, ask myself and things that go through my mind. So I would definitely say the Boundless Show is a really relatable podcast that you can listen to. And they answer a lot of questions and they talk about topics that you wouldn't think that they would talk about. So definitely tune into the Boundless Show. All right, I gotta go a little bit faster because we're not trying to have a really long video. Next podcast is the Dave Ramsey podcast. And if you don't know already, Dave Ramsey is a huge financial genius. He is over at Financial Peace University, and his podcast basically allows users to call in if they have any financial questions, and then he gives biblical advice on how to handle your finances. So I've taken FPU, so this podcast, if I'm trying to get like more insight on, like, you know, my finances and like long-term vision on, you know, how to save for retirement, what to do for 401k, all that stuff, I listen to Dave Ramsey show. So he be kirking, but he will rebuke you if you call and asking crazy stuff. That's what I like about him, because he's really honest. So Dave Ramsey show, check into that if you got some money questions or you just need some advice on how to deal with your monies. The next podcast I listen to is the Deeper Fellowship Church podcast, and it is actually William McDowell's podcast. If you already know how tough William McDowell is as a worshiper, just trust and believe this podcast goes in the same way. I've listened to one episode, y'all, and it almost had me in tears. Like, why would you make me cry at work? Why would you try to make me cry, William? Might as well go into another church podcast after this, Elevation Church podcast. It is once again uploads from the week's sermon, in addition to some bonus episodes that, you know, sometimes they have a women's conference. They upload that on the podcast app. And Elevation Church, oh my gosh, Elevation Church has got me through, like Pastor Stephen Furtick, he's got me through so many seasons of life that I was just like, man, I need a word from God. And literally I would listen to the podcast and he's just ministering to me. Next we got Project 330. I actually teamed up with them a few weeks ago on their podcast, and I had so much fun with them. What I love about the Project 330 podcast is that they have so much fun. You can really tell that they're brothers while you're listening to it. I played in the beginning. They're really goofy. They're really fun. So when you're driving home, you get a good laugh, in addition to hearing their opinions about topics that people want to know answers to. Can guys and girls be best friends? Y'all already know how I feel about that. Okay. They talk about secular music colliding with gospel music. They talk about a lot of good topics, and they have fun with it. You can really see their personalities through it. It's not any static, robotic podcast. And they're actually my good friends, Remy, Gabe, Moses, and Sam. So shout out to you guys. Love you guys. You guys are doing amazing things, and check them out. But last but not least, my girl MoeDigga has a podcast, and it's called Convo With Moe. You can check it out on SoundCloud, in addition to iTunes, and some of the topics that she covers are Christian sororities and fraternities, modesty, finding your identity. Let's talk about sex. Wow, really? She really goes in, y'all, and that's my good friend as well. So check her out. Sometimes I really forget how young Mo is. Sorry, I'm gonna put you on blast, but Mo is younger than me, but that girl's like full of wisdom and she's a go-getter. So I'm really proud of you, Mo. If you're watching this, I just want to let you know that. Woo, okay, now on to YouTube channels. We're done with podcasts. So I'm gonna kind of rush through the YouTube channels. But like I said before, if I'm not watching Netflix or if I'm not watching TV, I am watching YouTube. YouTube is, I don't know why people need cable at this point. You can learn so much from YouTube. If you want to learn how to cook, if you want to know how to do hair, if you want to know how to cook and do hair at the same time, you got that on YouTube. But I'm gonna try to split this up in categories. So if you're looking for people that will help you in your makeup journey, people that will guide you the right way and not make your eyebrows look like what happened to you, I got people for you. Face Over Matter and Vicky Logan. I'm gonna mention Vicky Logan later on because she's the bestie. Although she don't know it yet, she is the bestie. They're both saved, so I really enjoy watching them because in addition to them knowing how to do makeup, they drop gems of wisdom in their videos, which I love, I love, I love, I love. So Face Over Matter, It's My Ray Ray, Jackie Aina, of course. Jackie Aina is one of the best YouTubers when it comes to makeup, in my opinion. I've learned so much from her and she knows what she's talking about. She even goes as far as explaining how we actually have to see what we use on our face, like, as far as like the ingredients, and she explains the why as to why that. She just knows what she's talking about. Like, I feel like I'm in class and need to take notes when I watch her videos. So definitely check her out. Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill came out with an amazing palette. Where is it at? It's over there. Oh, Jaclyn Hill actually came out with this amazing palette that I've been using all the time lately, and so it's so beautiful. It's a Morphe palette, and I believe this is about $40 or $30. Trying to see. Oh, of course, Ronke Raji. I love you, Ronke. If you're watching this, love you, girl. Natural Kivo, my cousin, Naturally Sunny. I actually went to high school with Naturally Sunny. I'm really proud of her. Her makeup game is where it's at. So faith-based channels, I have to shout out my squad. I do have a group chat with some fellow YouTubers that I love and they're so dear to my heart. So shout out to, I think I mentioned her already, but Natural Kipo, also known as Chelsea. We've Geek the Jesus Freak, also known as Yeti. Nicole, aka Nicole J on YouTube. MoeDigga, aka MoeDigga on YouTube. Stephanie Kalamba, Abby Solar Queen on YouTube, and iGloriaaa on YouTube. So those are channels that there are people around my age that you can really relate to, and they make such encouraging videos. I love those ladies so much. And you know, if you have a community of people that are doing something that you are doing as well, definitely surround yourself in that community because you can gain so much from other people and you can also pour out to them. Ashley Empower, she's known for her videos because people send in questions and her husband Carrington, they answer them, and she doesn't cut cards. She's very honest. And I've been following her for a while, since I was in college, so I really like her channel. She's very, very consistent as well. That's one thing I do like about her channel. Beleaf and Fatherhood, but Beleaf and Fatherhood, oh my gosh, I love this channel so much. And he just highlights how it's important for a father to be present. He's a go-getter. I love Beleaf's channel. Samaiye always does my hair. So if you guys have any questions about my hair, go to her channel and see how she achieves her looks, because she's literally a hair genius and her hands are blessed. Kitana on YouTube, she's such a sweetheart. I actually met her in September and she was just so bubbly. I love her. She's known for her crochet styles. Project 30, on their channel they highlight people's stories in a video format compared to the podcast where they just interview people. Safai Kelly, I don't know why I didn't say her, but I'm learning so much from her as far as makeup. People don't know this, but there's not a lot of women of my color on YouTube that do makeup, and she's one of the rare few that I found that they don't just do technical, complex things. They go step by step and show you, okay girl, this is how you really do it. And that's why I really like her channel. Shameless Maya, I learned a lot of my video tricks and tips from her. Typical BlaQueen, she's known for her natural hairstyles and her viral personality. And of course my girl Vicky Logan, I love her. She's my favorite YouTuber because she's not afraid to be herself and she's very vulnerable with her subscribers. Woo! I didn't think I was gonna get through that, y'all. So those are my favorite podcasts and my favorite YouTube channels. I hope you found a YouTube channel that you love and enjoy. And if you have, leave a comment down below about what you like about the channels. And if you have any suggestions of channels or podcasts that you listen to, that you watch on a daily basis that would bless somebody, please leave a comment down below and let's start a conversation down below. Okay, I feel like I've been talking so much. Oh my goodness, I need like water. But thank you guys for watching. Leave video suggestions down below and I'll see you guys next week. Okay, peace and blessings. Bye.